name's Maddie McKercher, and this is my CSD 488 interview project, and I'm going to be interviewing my grandparents.
Ina
and Chuck.
All right, so you guys are this is your 16th year together.
Yes.
So I just want to ask you a couple questions about our family and how you guys met, and then later move on to talk about Opa's hearing loss a little bit. So how did you two meet each other?
Well, we were introduced to each other by your other grandma, your dad's mom. And I was single at the time. Your grandfather had passed away. And your dad's mom felt that I should start dating again. And I was kind of afraid of that, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And she said, you know, Ted, that's your grandpa, he has a birthday coming up, and I'm going to throw a birthday party for him, and I have 2 people for you to meet. And one was Opa, and there was another guy. But the guys didn't know that they were being looked over by me. So, so that's how she set it up. And the other one was a retired pastor. And I said, I'm not pastor material at all. So he was off the list.
And I knew your grandmother through my best friend. His wife was related to your grandmother, so he has passed away now. But anyway, she knew that I had been divorced and for 5 years or something like that, and she thought that it would be good if I met your grandmother. So but I didn't know we were going to meet. When she decided to bring Oma into this party, she didn't tell either the pastor or myself that we were going to be looked over. So we just kind of enjoyed the evening, and I definitely noticed when your Oma came into the room, because it was like swoosh, you know, wow. And you must have been about 6 or so.
I think you were probably about 5.
5 or 6.
Five.
Yeah.
Sophie was 3, and Emma was just a baby.
Yeah, because I think you guys got married when I was 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But while we were talking, while Omar and I were talking, Sophie came into the room, your sister, and grabbed onto my pant leg. And while we were talking, I reached down and picked Sophie up, and she fell asleep on my shoulder. Well, I was making all kinds of points, and I didn't know it. You know? Your Oma told me later that Sophie didn't ever go to anybody. She was, you know, like standoffish. But so anyway, when I left the party, I thought, well, I had a really nice time, and I enjoyed the lady I talked to. But I got a call from your grandmother, maybe 4 or 5 days later, and she said, "You remember that lady I introduced you to at the party?" And I said, "Yes, nice lady." And she said, "Well, she's called several times to tell me what a nice person you were, and what a gentleman, and what a great conversation that she had. And it's all going over my head because I wasn't." And so she said, "Would you like her phone number?" And I said, "Oh, well, I think she's going with someone, Mert." And I said, "Why did you think that?" And I said, "Well, here's a really attractive, taller woman who is self-assured, independent, and she just knows where she's going. I thought she's really smart." And she says, "Well, she's not going with anyone. You want her number?" And I said, "Yes." So, okay, give her a call. So then about 5 minutes later, after we hung up, Mert called your Oma, and she said, "Do you remember that guy I introduced you to at the party?" Yeah, she said, "Yes." She said, "Well, he called me and asked for your phone number. Do you mind that I gave it to him?" And the rest is we dated about 3 times, and both of us decided that was it. So.
Is that when you decided to get married?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I
was like 3 dates and married.
No. We dated and were together for about 3 years before we got married. And then your Oma beat me up and said, "We're getting married." I didn't want to. I was having a perfect life with your Oma, and I didn't think that marriage was necessary. And I didn't want to change anything. I thought it was just great. If we get married, things might change, and I didn't want that to happen. But she convinced me that it would be better, and it turned out that it was. So we've had really, really happy marriage. I'm probably the happiest guy around. And it's not just in part because of your Oma, but it's because our families melded together so nicely. And we have just a wonderful family.
Yeah, well, that was one of my other questions I was going to ask. Before you married Opa, you basically had my mom
Yeah.
and me and my sisters, and that was your family. So how has it been different for you now that we have this huge family?
Oh, I really like it. I always felt there was something missing. Your grandfather didn't have contact with any family or anything. He had a brother that he didn't have contact with. And he has two half sisters, and I met them a couple of times, and was not really interested in having a relationship with them. But I really like, he brought all his kids into the family, and it's just fun, especially with the holidays. We have a large family, and we're always together, so that's really great.
I especially like the fact that you guys all got along immediately.
Yeah.
And I think your mom appreciates the larger family. I think she, being an only child, that she really accepted, my kids. And my son is her age, and my two daughters are younger, but it all happened so nicely. There's never been any kind of bickering. Everybody has I think the typical sibling rivalry kind of thing.
Yeah.
We say something about, Christopher, or someone says something else. But, that's expected in a family, and it's all mostly fun. Great.
So